In 2017, YAGANA, not her real name, had the chance to start a new life away from the armed group Boko Haram. Then, Nigerian troops rescued her along with other captives, but she returned to her husband, a senior Boko Haram commander based in Sambisa forest. 2 months ago, widowed and 7 months pregnant, she went back to the city she deserted. She had a miscarriage a week ago, and the fighters took away her other child.
Those who returned and were rejected was because of the destruction they caused, especially in the city of Bama. There are too many who suffered great pain because of Boko Haram. Their resistance is understandable. Those who didn't murder and pillage are treated better.
BANA worked as a paramedic, driver and media man for the main Boko Haram and its splinter allied with ISIL. Forcibly enlisted at the age of 11, he's back. His sister, married to a Boko Haram commander in Sambisa, is not.
You
don't expect to be trusted when you return from such misadventure. People will take their time before they trust you. I still fear the possibility of being arrested and dumped in jail.
In the last 2 months, about 6,000 fighters and their families surrendered due to renewed ground and aerial offensive by Nigerian troops.
As the Nigerian military escalates operations against Boko Haram and infighting intensifies within the armed group, officials here are preparing for the surrender of more fighters and their families. However, resistance among the local population to reintegrating them is worrying the government. Officials here are concerned that if they're pushed away, it could prolong the conflict.
The United Nations estimates that nearly 350,000 people died in Boko Haram-related incidents in the last 12 years. With entire villages destroyed, millions of people have been forced from their homes. As hundreds of fighters began to desert the group after the death of its leader Abubakar Shekau, the government has begun reintegrating those forcibly conscripted by Boko Haram and not the hardened fighters.
If we refuse to accept them, definitely they will join ISWAP. We analyzed and then weigh the two different options of receiving them or not receiving them.
But some victims of the conflict are skeptical.
The last thing we want is a return to the time when gunfire and bomb explosions were commonplace. You can't be certain that these people have repented.
Already hundreds of thousands of people have been returned to their towns and villages, being rebuilt by the government. For now, officials seem determined to speed up the process of rebuilding trust, hoping it could break Boko Haram's fighting spirit and bring lasting peace to the northeast. Ahmed Idris, Aljazeera, Maiduguri, Nigeria.